Now I'm going to explain about the seventh experiment, that is mm, laser. That is laser. First we have to input the buffer reader and input stream reader and array list and scanner. First we have to create a class array stack and the protected char and protector in top and size. Then size is equal to 2, then top is equal to -1, and public void push if condition if top plus 1 lesser than equal to size, and throw new index out of bounds the exception overflow exception if condition top plus 1 size lesser than size array plus top is equal to 1 and public char return array and the for loop is int is equal to top and I lesser than equal to 0 and I decrement and input is array I and the public classes and public static void main string is gone. Stream is equal to transition and new stream 2020 int alphabetic stages array list and array in alphabetic and input is please enter the number of terminals and please enter the number of non-terminals and the input please enter starting non-terminals in the grammar and please enter all the terminals singly. For loop print I is equal to 0 and I lesser than alpha set I integer and for loop input integer I is equal to 0 and I lesser than alpha set and I increment and input please enter all the non-terminals simultaneously. Then string alphas and for loops condition int I is equal to 0 and I state set I increment alpha of I and for new array list and for loop condition for loop condition s is equal to 0 and yes steady state and the input is enter the row entries of the transition table and for the int r is equal to 0 and r lesser than alpha sets or increment and transition s or is equal to int 1 for loop condition int s is equal to 0 and yes lesser than state set is increment and for int r is equal to 0 and r lesser than alpha set or increment transition is or is then int y do loop then input give input to the cursor and end your input with characters then string input then array stack is equal to new array stack stack push stack state is of 0 int index is equal to 0 input stack input output while loop condition in the char 3 is equal to input and the string character 1 is character 1 is input and int index 1 alphabetic and the string character 2 is popped and int index to alpha just char 2 if else condition transition in index 2 and index 1 is null input given string is not accepted break int into char at transition in the 2 and transition into index 1 splits and for loop is open int s is equal to b and length minus 1, I lesser than equal to 0, 9 decrement. If condition d of I is the character c is equal to stack and pop. If conditions char is equal to char 3, index increment, and else if conditions, and else if condition input index minus 1 and input the has completed successfully. Input, do you want to continue? Put an output, input and output, scanner, and scan is equal to new scanner system in y is equal to scan new int, and while loop y is equal to 1. This is the result for this experiment. Now the output is this one. The terminals, non-terminals, number of non-terminals, the starting non-terminals, and enter all the terminals simultaneously, all the non-terminals simultaneously. Enter the rows of transition, enter the rows of transition, enter the rows of table, and enter the characters input with character. That's all for this experiment.